Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, on this beautiful Monday, at least where I'm at. It's an absolutely fantastic, beautiful day. So I wanted to make a comparison between the Squid Game and COVID and how I'm done playing COVID and I'd much rather play Squid Game than COVID. So let's compare the two. So with COVID, you pretty much have no choice in anything that you do. You can say no. But then, there's mandate this, lose that, no job. At least in Squid Game, you understand the odds. At least after the very first game, you understand what you're getting into. And therefore, everyone who is left alive, right, they all get to decide whether they want to keep playing the game or not. So, that being said, when do we get our option to say, hey, all of us over here are tired of playing COVID. We'd like not to play anymore because there's no prize at the end of COVID. There's no prize. Nobody wins anything. Nobody's getting the $1 billion except for, all of the rich people who are giving themselves interest-free money to buy up all of our infrastructure, to shut us completely down, destroy all of us, and leave us all in the poorhouse with our children having to pay this debt, which their debt will be in chains. At least in Squid Game, you understand the rules. You play the game, you lose, you die. This is the way it is. At least you have an opportunity to win and you play. Or you get to opt out if everybody else decides that they don't want to play no more. That they don't want to play your game any longer. Well, I am at that point where I don't want to play COVID with you people any longer. And I'm not trying to be nice about it. I'm actually trying to be funny and make a comparison because so many people are demonizing this show. And at the end of the day, it's got a better moral value in that show than what some of our own Western governments have. One of the most tyrannical governments is Canada and what they're doing to people. At least at the end of the day, like I said, in Squid Game, they knew exactly what they were facing. They knew the people that they were around were dangerous. They knew the game that they were playing was dangerous, and they knew the payoff was big. What payoff is there for the world in this? There is no payoff for us. It's only the rich that get a payoff. At the end of the day, the ultra-rich get all of the infrastructure, all of the land, all of the money. They get slaves. That will be us. When we take our chip, and then we have to do everything that they want us to do. There is no payoff for us. There is no benefit from this for us. So the fact that we keep playing COVID and we expect there to be something different is a bit of a mystery to me why we keep playing this game. And in the same way in Squid Game, they used fear and they used manipulation tactics. But eventually all the people in the game woke up and understood exactly what was happening to them. There was no delusion with what situation they had found themselves in. And at the end of the day, they understood that only one person would win. And just like I think that in this show, you need to watch this show. The elites basically tell you why they're doing this because they're bored and they wanted a way to be entertained. Which is exactly what they're doing to us now. There is a reason why the Georgia Guidestones exist. There is a reason why so many elites have said that our planet has reached carry capacity. It's the reason why William Shatner, who goes to all the meetings, that goes to all the little crap where they say the world's ending in 2030. That's only because the world as we know it is ending. Not the world completely, the world as we know it. Because they don't want us around to take up all of their resources. Even though we deserve a chance. We deserve a fighting chance. They're not giving us a fighting chance. They're not even giving us an opportunity to opt out of the game. So when all these people come out and they bash Squid Game, it actually makes me angry because it's like, are you this vapid not to see the connection between what's going on right now in the game? Because it's absolutely, there is an absolute connection. Whether or not these people that designed this show designed it that way on purpose, who knows? I don't know. I don't pretend to know the minds of these people. But in the game, they give them a way to opt out of the game. So once again, I will say for the last time, where is our opt-out option for COVID? Because I'm done playing. And it doesn't seem like our government seems to want to quit playing the game. They want to keep pushing the game no matter how many studies come out, no matter how much information comes out, no matter how many facts come out, no matter how many people come out and say, this is what's going on, wake up. Everybody's still asleep at the wheel, still bumping their favorite Britney Spears song as they're driving down the road, thinking that they're still going to a good destination. At the end of COVID, there is no good destination. They didn't build all those FEMA camps. They didn't buy all those big old black boxes that's at the FEMA camps for no reason, ladies and gentlemen. They're not having nurses and doctors fired so that way they can federalize healthcare for no reason. They already tried to federalize housing through the CDC. At least in Squid Game, they gave them a way out. So, that is my comparison between what we're living through right now and Squid Game. And if you haven't seen Squid Game, it's a great show. It's a great show. I love it. I'm so glad that they made it. And I honestly believe that there will be a moral justification to the whole first season. And I do believe that. I believe that the writers are smart enough to not just make a gore show and call it a day. Is it a gore show? Yes, it is. But it's got an extremely good point to it. And it has an extremely good, they round it out really well. And it does show you the elites. It shows you their mentality. It shows you exactly I believe what we're living through today with the elites in our world who believe that they're above us, that they live up on cloud nine. They dictate down to us how. That's the reason why the laws are so much different. It's the reason why Nancy Pelosi and them can break the law and never be held accountable for it. But yet, how many years did they scream about Donald Trump breaking the law? And impeach. But yet Nancy Pelosi hasn't been impeached. They don't even try because the rhinos are just as bad as they are. Our system is beyond corrupt. There is no other way to explain it. Regardless if they're Republicans or Democrats, it doesn't matter. They're corrupt. They have all sold on to this depopulation plan, all of them. Every single one of them, because there is no way that you cannot make this connection. And Rand Paul, he's going out there and saying shit, but at the end of the day, there's no way that he cannot see this connection. And not saying anything about it is the same thing as marching us to our deaths. We should have politicians absolutely screaming from the mountaintops a red alert to all American people, and they're not. They're just going on about our rights and about, fighting the Democrats. I could give a shit less about that because they have just as many wolves in the Republican Party as they do the Democratic Party. We have got to fix our nation, ladies and gentlemen, because we need an opt-out button. So if you get an opportunity to see Squid Game, please. It's on Netflix. I hate Netflix. I think that they're a terrible company. I think that just like that stupid ass movie Cuties that they produced, I think they're absolutely horrible. I hate them. But it is on Netflix. If you get an opportunity, check it out. But this is my comparison between COVID Game and Squid Game. I would much rather play Squid Game. Not only that, but I was pretty goddamn good at tug of war. And I guessed every single one of the panels in the glass game before they ever did. I guessed it all, and everybody in the room knows it. Everybody that was watching, because I could see the reflection in the glass to know the difference between the tempered glass and the regular glass. So see, I would have been great at that game. I would have been so awesome at that game. I would have been like, hey, now the cookie game, I have huge hands. I can't even text. I misspell words all the time. People think I'm like a retard or something because I can't type. So that game, I probably would have broke the cookie and been boom, blown out. I would have broke the cookie. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This is my comparison between COVID Game and Squid Game. Thank you for watching. And I do want to know your guys' opinions. Who would rather, I don't want any dumb crap. I'm not getting into a philosophical conversation. Who would rather play COVID Game and who would rather play Squid Game? I would rather play Squid Game. Not only that, but I love the opening theme, the whole opening theme, like the whole, I love that kind of music. I love that kind of music. And then the old man in the show, he's just so kick-ass. And you know there's something weird about him from the get-go. But that's why I love those kind of shows. It's basically a Japanese animation show in real life, show. And it's so awesome. And one other show, if you get a chance to check it out, please, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make that popular because I want them to make more of that movie. And that's the Bleach movie. For the love of Jesus, man, make Ichigo one of, this is the other thing that pisses me off. They always want to say, Americans are so racist. No, we're not. I love that fucking movie. That movie was amazing. The Bleach movie was so amazing. The actors were so incredible. They were so on point. Man, it was amazing. It was amazing. Renji is my favorite. Renji looks so cool. They made him so badass in that movie. Oh man, I cannot wait to see his Bankai. If we can get to that, it would be so kick-ass. So I want to, if the people that created that movie ever see this, please, man, please keep making those Bleach movies because, oh man, and it was so amazing. And Rukia was on point. So thank you. Like I said, I would rather play Squid Game. So that's my vote. So thank you, America. Like I always say, pop a knee, say what's up to God, love your family. Documentation beats conversation always. And until I bring you the news later on, have a good day. Love you guys.